Hey everyone, Addie here. Today we are going to be talking about progesterone, one of my favorite hormones, and unfortunately one of the first hormones that is very variable and I call it take a hike in perimenopause. So let's say you've been noticing more irritability, maybe problems sleeping, rage, sometimes more frequent spotting, or the opposite where you go months without a cycle. Progesterone's in play. Right? So you come to see us and we say, hey, let's try some micronized progesterone. Well, how does that work? Well, when you take oral micronized progesterone, it is extensively metabolized by the liver and it's converted to a neurosteroid hormone called allopregnanolone. And allopregnanolone is what impacts our GABA receptors, and that uncoupling is what is helpful typically for the mood and the sleep. But there is a subset of patients where that uncoupling does not work in our favor. We can have basically sometimes too much allopregnanolone, and that can be either excitatory or sometimes it can worsen mood. So just keep in mind that it's usually helpful, but there is a smaller subset of patients where they actually can feel worse. Fortunately, there are workarounds. There's other ways to dose progesterone. There's vaginal, there's rectal, there's injections, and there's also creams, and they all have pros and cons. So from a sleep standpoint, that's typically why it's helpful, is the allopregnanolone piece. Now, what do you expect? So you have to keep in mind that anytime you make a hormone adjustment, this is all hormones, guys, it can take 8 to 10 weeks, sometimes 12 weeks to regulate, or we'll say typically 2 to 3 menstrual cycles. And at first, there can be more spotting, there can be a heavier flow, there can be actually a lot of menstrual cycle changes, period. There can be some mood changes, there can be breast tenderness. Progesterone is a smooth muscle relaxer, so constipation is extremely common. And kind of the big elephant in the room, and we get a lot of questions about this, and rightfully so, is weight gain. Now, can you gain weight when you do HRT? You can. Hormone changes can cause or contribute to weight gain. More so, it's typically water retention. And so, yes, it's like 100% frustrating, right? Step on the scale and see a 5-pound differential. Be like, oh my gosh, is that weight gain? No, it's the water retention. And water retention usually is alleviated over a couple months. So it's not a permanent weight gain. Frustrating to see, yes, but not quite the same. So good hydration, good bowel movements, good electrolytes, good movement can be very helpful with the water retention. And again, time. And yes, when you're not feeling great, perimenopause is raging, it can be difficult to want to wait, but really seeing if your body acclimates to it is the way to go. And again, if you don't tolerate it, it doesn't mean it can't work for you. It just means that sometimes you have to have another different form of progesterone therapy. Let me know if you have any questions.